They cleaned him up to take this.
You're quite certain this is Bowden?
Yes. We checked fingerprints.
Is this an accident?
Yes.
It was an accident.
Front tire.
Damn motor carnage.
It's irony, isn't it? We found him on a red file for 5 months and he ends up like this.
Highly fortuitous, I would say, Mears, for the section. Case closed.
No, sir.
Bowden's dead.
Well, it's a bit like a revolving door, sir.
Really, Mears, you do have a penchant for the abstruse.
As one door closes, another door opens, sir. He was travelling as Gerald Clark, a turbine salesman.
Sounds suitably anonymous.
And in that name he had birth certificate, national insurance card, union card, driver's license and passport, sir.
Easily come by, Mears, at a price.
Not like these, sir. These are near perfect. They're the best our documents department has ever seen.
Well, even so, hardly a matter of concern for this section.
We have a lead, sir.
Oh, couldn't this wait, Mears?
I need authority, sir.
For what?
For an interrogation.
Of whom?
Paul West, a university lecturer. We opened a file on him in the summer, and we have reason to believe that he was connected with Bowden, that he supplied these documents, sir.
It isn't usual to request such an authority.
Well, circumstances aren't usual, sir. Usually, Hunter would issue a directive, but...
Yes.
I think it's important, sir.
Oi. How are you feeling now?
I'm all right.
Didn't see you at the funeral.
No.
He's dead, Liz. Cross is dead. Forget him.
I am sorry. I didn't mean to be a misery.
Well, why don't you take some time off? Go away for a few days.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Liz, I want you to get me the Oh. Morning, David.
You early?
You're late. Do you remember Bowden?
Well, you're hard to forget.
Well, you might as well. He's dead.
Who did him?
Worn tire. A motor accident, would you believe?
Yeah, well, I'll study the report. Is that what they call a civil service smile?
Where have you been, Callan?
I walked.
I thought the funeral was tasteful.
Tasteful. Yes.
The Bureau affairs caused repercussions. The threat of a departmental inquiry has been mooted.
Well, that should rattle a few skeletons.
Incidentally, the official verdict is suicide.
You mean Snell's verdict is suicide?
Snell is a brilliant man.
Snell is a zombie.
I realise it's convenient for you to insist that Cross was murdered.
Does it matter now? Does it really matter? All you want to do, Mr. Bishop, is keep your paperwork neat, but then you are a very neat man, aren't you, Mr. Bishop? You have neat hands, neat clothes, neat manners, neat mind. Place for everything, everything in its place. Cross, stroke, suicide, stroke, file closed, stroke, what's for lunch, stroke. Neat.
You broke a cardinal rule, Callan. Hunter remains here no matter what. This is Hunter. This is what being Hunter is. I have a natural dislike for admitting mistakes, but we were wrong to make you Hunter. You don't have the necessary application.
Oh, is that what it needs? Application?
Your levity is misplaced this morning, Callan. In fact, I find your whole attitude offensive.
Mr. Bishop, I would give anything. Dear God, anything! To have put you up on that roof with Boroff just for 1 minute. Just so you can see what it's really like out there. So we can get 1 second of total commitment from you.
I'm not here to help you realize your fantasies, Callan.
I did what I thought was necessary at the time.
You didn't stop to think. You indulged your emotions. You went against everything you know is right, everything you were trained to do. You blew it, Callan, in the worst possible way. As from this morning, you're officially relieved of your duties.
Sacked.
Suspended. Or better still, let's call it special leave.
Oh, mate, you call it what you like. I didn't need Hunter, I didn't like Hunter, and I didn't want Hunter.
You took it.
Yes. Under pressure. If you remember, there was no alternative.
Seemed the only solution then.
Yeah. And now? What happens now?
I shall fill in till the new Hunter arrives.
What do? Sit on my pad, staring at the walls? Listening to myself think? Waiting for the telephone to ring?
I'm going to suggest that you're seconded to another department, training department. Less stress.
Really?
We discussed this, I remember distinctly. You said something 9 to 5, cipher work, intelligence analysis, liaison. You said anything non-operational.
Oh, that was months ago.
Well?
All right, so I've changed my mind. So I'm not the Hunter type. Who wants to be anyway? Hunters are infallible. Hunters never make mistakes. Hunters are not human. Hunters don't have one single human quality. I don't think they even get...
No, that's enough, Callan.
So, who is the new man?
That is as yet undecided.
Come on, Mr. Bishop, you know. Come in.
I really cannot discuss this any further.
May I have a word, sir?
Oh, yes, come in, Mears. Callan was just leaving.
I presume that when the new Hunter arrives, my special leave will be finished?
I wouldn't presume anything.
Your organization is politically based?
There is no organization.
Just you?
No, there are others, but we have no hard-line systems. We take each case as it comes. Well, they're all quite different.
Who finances you?
Our needs are minimal.
What does that mean? Anonymous deposits in a foreign bank? Or a biscuit tin full of fivers in a post office letter bin?
I have money.
Where from?
My family.
Oh, well off?
Comfortable.
A real bourgeois.
If you like, if you insist on cliches.
And what would Daddy say if he found out that all his hard-earned tax avoidance money was being lavished on political fugitives?
My father is dead. The money was left to me in trust. You can check.
We will.
You don't understand, do you? In your mind, everything is based on the profit motive, whether political, moral, or social. There must always be something in it. Reward for effort, payment for service, honor for accomplishment.
Oh, save it, West. Save the philosophy for the students. Do you recognize him?
No.
Yes, you do.
Has he been
Arrested? No.
good?
He's dead.
Dead how?
Does it matter?
I don't believe you.
Who was he, West?
His name was Fuller. He's a Rhodesian, an engineer. He couldn't go back to his country. It would have meant imprisonment. He couldn't stay here. The Home Office can be incredibly cruel and myopic. He came to us.
Us?
To me.
How did he know?
What do you mean?
To come to you.
But he was sent.
By whom? You know, for someone so obviously intelligent, you can be bloody naive. You've been used, conned, shafted. Your white charger has turned out to be a three-legged donkey. All right. He came to you and you enabled him to become Gerald Clark.
British citizen. For what it's worth.
A British citizen. His name was Bowden. Bowden. Jonas Wouden. He was born in Sweden. At most times, he's lived in most places, wherever his particular vocation took him.
I don't believe you.
I didn't think you would. Wouden was KGB trained, an assassin. One of their best.
No, this is not true.
We became aware of his activities here a few months ago. We now know for certain that he was responsible for at least 3 killings.
Nonsense.
2 of whom were women.
No.
You're not listening, West. It's all in here. Take it. Read it.
This is the trick.
Read it. I thought he wanted to stay in Britain. How do you explain the visa to East Germany?
I can't. I had nothing to do with it.
I know.
Then...
This is genuine. Your friend, Fuller Clark, Wouden, was off. Things were getting too complicated here.
I swear I didn't realize...
I know. Now listen. I want names, dates, and places. If you cooperate...
You're wasting your time. I may be naive, but I'm not an informer. Are we transferring him to the section?
No, I don't want to tread on any departmental toes.
On me, officer.
You look almost human, you know, when you're asleep.
Mr. Callan, that's not funny. You know very well. I got a dodgy pump.
Oh, yeah.
Besides, where's my dinner there?
At 11:30.
I'm an early eater.
Oh. You know Whitcomb Street?
No,
Yes, you do.
can't remember it.
Finchley.
Finchley?
Finchley, London, England.
Oh, that Finchley.
Yeah, that Finchley. You know of another one? Oh, come on, mate. Pull yourself together. Wake up a bit. You've been there with me.
Well, I mean, look, I can't take Mr. Callan. I mean, I'm on call. I've got to stand by.
Stand by?
It's really important, Mr. Callan.
Yeah, it must be important, mate. It must be. So important you spend all your time kipping down here with the windows closed you can't steer or hear anything.
Well, I wasn't actually kipping, was I? I was more sort of researching.
You were what?
I was just, you know, checking on the upholstery and the vehicle suspension.
Oh, come on. Do me a favour, will you?
Look, I can't drive you, Mr. Callan.
Are you pissed or paranoid?
I never drink and drive, you know that. They could take my ticket away. Look, I've been told
Told what?
that you are not to be given the facility of transport. Nothing to do with me, Mr. Callan. Now you know that. It's just what they said. Oh, it was a right bladder, that one.
When was this?
Yesterday.
I see. Forget it.
It's not my fault, Mr. Callan. No, you know that.
No, mate, I know. Forget it.
He's out at lunch. He'll be back at 3, he said too, but he's always late.
Aren't you hungry?
Not really. Lonely was very upset. He told me what happened.
Yeah. I didn't realise I was that persona non grata.
Are you going to wait for Mr. Bishop?
I'm going to see Mr. Bishop. Come see you. I'm going away for a bit. 3 days. Oh, why not? Suddenly occurred to me, I've got nothing to do here. After all, I'm on special leave, so... going away. I haven't had a holiday for 7 years. No, I can see it all. There am I, swigging champagne on some moonlit terrace. Nice rich widow playing kneesy under the table. And up in my room, a 30-gallon drum of ombre solaire. I can see it all. Want me passport?
Mr. Callan, it's difficult.
What's difficult about it? Still remember the combination. Yeah. Yes, of course, they've changed it.
I am sorry, Mr. Callan.
Look, first Mears, then Bishop, then Lonely. You're not going to pull a stroke on me, Liz, are you?
I can't give you your passport.
Look, I presume this is your sense of humour working overtime,
Mr.
eh?
Bishop.
Screw Mr. Bishop!
He gave specific instructions.
Look, why?
I don't know. I don't ask questions. I'm sorry. Hello?
Oh, this is Mr. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
I'm not coming in this afternoon. I don't feel too good.
I understand, sir.
Mr. Bishop.
Well, I'll see you in the morning, sir. I hope you feel better.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hello, Bishop.
Who's that?
Callan, I want my passport.
What for?
I'm going away.
Abroad?
Yeah, Spain.
That isn't possible, Callan.
You forget I'm on leave.
Leave?
Yes, sir, special leave. You made that quite clear this morning.
This is nonsense, Callan.
Really?
You're not going anywhere, Callan.
You want to bet the rent on that?
Callan, you are under suspension.
Mr. Bishop, sir, you can take your suspension and work it right up your...
That looks expensive.
Yeah, one thing being hunter did for me, it improved my taste.
Well. Very palatable. Well, I just dropped in to see how you are, David.
No, you didn't.
Brusque as ever.
How are things?
Tedious. Innovating. But at least I can play golf without having my caddy's politics checked.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I know about the passport. Liz telephoned, thought I might be able to help.
Well, can you?
Well, in fact, not. As you know, the section's in a strange state of flux at the moment. Things are very unsettled. I appreciate it's an equally difficult time for you, too, David.
Yeah. Well, I'm finished with the section. I think Bishop made that quite obvious this morning.
Bishop had no right to give you that impression. As far as I'm aware, there's no intention of removing you from the section. You've far too much experience for them to waste in some lost corridor.
Yeah.
This really is very good whiskey. Thank you.
Still want my passport?
You're being deliberately untoward, David.
If that means bloody-minded, yes, I am.
Look, I tried to explain.
You haven't explained anything. Why am I being treated like the village idiot? Why am I not allowed to know who the new hunter is? Why am I denied the use of section transport? Why am I being treated like a leper? And why can't I take a holiday?
You're making mountains out of molehills, David. Naturally, it's an anxious time for you at the moment.
Look, I am going abroad for a few days, and I'm going to get away from all this crap. And not you, nor Bishop, no one is going to stop me, passport or no bloody passport.
I came round here with the best of motives. Unfortunately, I see I have to leave you with a word of warning. Don't attempt to leave the country. Thank you for the whiskey.
Your partner won't increase your bid in that suit unless he or she has Trump's support, okay?
Right.
If your partner opens the bidding with 1 in a suit...
Then I assume he must have at least 4 other cards in that suit.
And at least 12 to 13 honor...
That is the second time a day you've done that to me.
I do hope you paid for that lot.
You're not mad at me, are you, Mr. Callan?
I've got a job for you.
Sure. Anything I can do to help?
I want a passport,
Oh, is that all?
and I want it quickly.
What, I mean, you have to go to that place with a funny name, fill in all the forms and that. They can do it quick, if it's an emergency.
Don't go simple on me, son.
It's going to cost you, Mr. Callan.
You know someone?
Yeah, what is this? Sort of a friend of a friend of a friend.
I'll need it by Saturday.
What? You'll be lucky.
I better be, because that's when I'm leaving.
You going away, Mr. Callan?
Finchley. Fix it. Bite your tongue.
Thank you very much. A severe coronary.
How convenient.
Be suspicious.
Poison?
No trace, but he's convinced West was murdered.
Oh, thank God we have a pathologist with a sense of imagination.
And West wasn't all that important.
He obviously knew enough to be a threat to someone.
Yeah, someone. Someone. I thought Varden was working on his own.
Whoever killed West knew what he was about. An untraceable poison that can induce a fatal coronary.
Yes, he also knew where to find him.
But how?
I want answers, Stafford, not questions. This someone is really someone. He makes Varden look old-fashioned. And I want him.
You want me to check West's girl?
No. No, I will.
Is that him?
Yep.
Blimey, nothing like being conspicuous, is there? Like a pimple on a pig's. All right, you walk past him. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Stranger we've never met. What department are you?
Modern languages. Paul just borrowed a few books, and I was wondering if you'd finished with them.
Well, he hasn't been home for the past few nights. I don't know where the hell he is. It's not at all like him. He always phones if something comes up. Have you any idea?
Me? Oh, no, I just came with the books.
I've been thinking of going to the police. The only thing that stops me is that Paul has this, I don't know, thing about authorities, especially the police.
Well, have you tried his address book, ringing round his friends?
I've never seen an address book. And anyway, Paul doesn't have many actual friends. He has a few colleagues like you. He's very solitary. His father's dead. I rang his mother. She hasn't seen him.
Well, is there anyone you can think of, or anywhere?
I should go to the police. It's bloody silly. He might be hurt.
I could send you the other half, Mr. Lucas. You can trust me. Once I get back, I'll be all right. There's money waiting for me.
Sorry, old son. No can do. In this business, it's Reddys.
What can I do?
Find the other 250. There must be someone.
Not here.
Well, sell something.
I've already sold everything to raise the first half.
Look, I'll drop 50. So that means you only owe me 200. I can't be fairer than that.
Still seems an awful lot.
You need it awful bad. Demand and supply, me old son. The 10 Commandments of commerce.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
I can raise the 200.
Then we're in business.
I'll try.
Yeah, you do that.
As soon
As soon as you like. Oh, what a spunker. I've got his bleeding heart all over my carpet. Sorry about that, Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Sit down. That one thinks we're a benevolent society.
Yeah, he looked a bit worried.
They're worried you'd be in his shoes. Frankie has explained about the price.
Yes. He was joking, of course.
No, Mr. Tucker. We don't joke about anything as serious as money. You want a passport by Saturday, it's going to cost you a century. And that's cheap, believe me.
Excuse me. I was wondering... I know it's none of my business.
It's none of your business.
Are you after the same thing as me from Lucas?
How do I know? I don't know what you're after.
Passport.
Could be what?
Look, I know it's none of my business.
Yeah, well, we've been through that, haven't we?
What's he charging you?
Well, that's my business.
Oh, please, I mustn't have...
Do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please?
100 quid.
100? Excuse me.
Yeah. I'll arrange it. Our friend don't like the sound of Mr. Tucker. Thinks the firm should investigate.
Wait a minute, it's private in here. How did you get a key to my flat? Who are you? What do you want? You... Listen, you can't just come busting in here.
I'm not looking for aggravation, so don't give me any. What a stink bit.
Well, it's the drains.
You've got an acquaintance, name of, Tucker?
No, he's not actually an acquaintance.
What's his game?
Game?
I'm making inquiries. Information. For a firm. They want to know all about him. Business. Said I should say you. Said he'd be helpful. Cooperative. Do you know him?
Well, I mean, I just know him from a nick.
Oh, he's done time, eh?
Oh, yes. Peterman. Oh, good hands. There's nothing Mr. Callan don't know about locks.
Callan.
Tucker. Mr. Tucker. And he don't like people asking questions. He's really hard.
Is he wanted?
No.
Isn't bothered with any firm?
No.
Has he got money?
Well, I mean, he don't go short.
Where's his place?
I don't know.
I'll ask you again. Slowly. Where's his place?
Well, he always moves around. I don't know, honest.
His address, please.
All right.
And make sure it's right first time, or you'll be an accident looking for a place to happen. No. They were up. They were down. They were only halfway up. They were neither up nor down. He marched them up the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And they were up.
I didn't want to mess about with him, Mr. Callan, you know. So I just told him where we had met.
What else do you want to know?
Oh, just like, if you got money.
You said?
Well, I mean, I just sort of passed it off, didn't I?
We'll see, he was just... making inquiries, was he?
Yeah, that's right.
Told him where I lived.
No, I never. I said you always moved around a bit. He didn't say nothing.
Lonely? You are a lying little stone!
But he hurt me, Mr. Callan.
It don't seem right somehow.
There was nothing. This place was bare as a Jew's gift box.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Too bleeding Spartan, like a man with no identity. I don't reckon how, Mr. Tucker.
Callan.
What?
The little creep, you and Miss Callan. 2 handles.
The more I know, the less I like. What's that?
Oh, it's for my youngest. He's been ill. Off school.
You going to a party?
How did you... That door was locked.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want?
Or just a friendly conversation. Like your mind I had with Lonely before he turned my place over.
You must be mistaken, Mr. Tucker.
Did he find what you sent him for?
I don't know what you're on about.
Stop messing me about. Mr. Lucas. What about my passport?
Not on. Internal organisation problems. No can do, sorry.
Yeah, you may be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you work it out.
I thought he might.
Is that him?
Yeah.
He's like a blind man in a fog, that one.
All right, Lonely. Keep on to him. Telephone me.
That was quick, Mr. Lucas.
How's business?
Oh, very non-existent today.
Antiques? I told him, antiques. More money than savvy people who buy antiques.
Good boy, Lonely. Thanks.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a anniversary present for my wife.
Right.
Now, Liz, give me my ears, will you? Yeah, quick, please.
Yes. Callan? What the hell's he doing there?
Oh, look at you like that.
How about this one?
Well, it's only one leg without a body, isn't it? I think.
Or this?
No, that's a bit off that. No. Difficult, isn't it?
Is this one?
You must be joking. No, it's not right.
Can I help, Stella?
Yes, this gentleman is looking for an anniversary present. Would you excuse me, sir?
Yes, of course.
Anything specific in mind, sir?
You were recommended.
Oh, really? By whom?
Mr. Lucas.
Mr. Lucas, one of our best customers. You know him well?
Well, I only met him today.
On business?
You could call it that, yeah. I've got the money. 100, isn't it?
None of our prints are that expensive, sir.
Well, Mr. Lucas said 100.
Mr. Lucas did? For what?
Without let or hindrance. You know, special business.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Mr. Tucker?
Yeah, that's right. Who's that?
Lucas, look, I've been thinking, phoning around. We could still deliver that order for you in time. That is, if you're still interested in the article.
That's right, I think.
Yeah, 1 ton.
Why?
Well, let's just call it a change of heart, shall we? He'll be waiting.
Who is it?
From Mr. Lucas.
What, Mr. Lucas will come himself?
Always a busy man.
100 quid. Need a passport photograph. Yep.
Oh, very nice.
When will it be ready?
Lonely tells me you're Jack the lad. Handsome with safes.
Lonely talks too much.
Good hands, he said.
Did he really?
I knew a punter got his hands all messed up. Very nasty. Got caught in a lift door several times.
Oh, that really was very careless.
He was pushing his trunk in when it wasn't wanted, asking questions, making himself a right pest. So they sent the pest control in. He's never worked since. Maybe he was a friend of yours.
I don't think so. See, I haven't got many friends. Right, now stand there and behave yourself. Son, you put the finger on me.
Not me, Mr. Tucker.
Who did then? The man from the gallery?
Look, we can still do business. Forget the 100. Call it 25,
You
eh?
are just the office boy, aren't you?
If we can't do a favour for a friend...
Listen, you can do me one favour. Your other auntie at my place, in a very bad way. I want him removed.
Night, Stella.
Night, darling.
You shouldn't be here. I thought we agreed.
Except in an emergency, I think we said.
Something wrong?
Avarice, my friend. Cupidity.
I'm not in the mood for conundrums.
You've been deceiving us. We don't care for that. We're very worried about you.
I don't know what you mean.
The passports, your greedy little shop on the side, and your moronic business associate, Mr. Lucas.
You know about Mr. Lucas.
I met him. I thought I'd find out what you were up to, what sort you were mixing with. I gave quite a performance.
I needed money, quickly, a few passports, I didn't think.
No, you didn't. I thought our commitment transcended mere money. Obviously not. Brilliant hands, but a covetous mind. Didn't you realize your few passports could jeopardize my entire operation? Both you and your friend West have been disappointments.
Really?
West got himself caught.
What happened?
And don't worry. He had a heart attack. This was most sudden. Seemed so healthy, so young. Sad.
You didn't have to.
But I did.
He didn't know about you.
He knew about you. And the immediate problem at the moment is you.
What the hell are you doing here?
Up. Slowly.
Oh, come off it, Stafford.
Face the wall, feet apart. You know the drill.
You didn't see anyone else enter or leave the building?
No?
Were you watching?
Originally the girl.
Girl? Oh, it's quite a drama, isn't it?
Every lead seems to end up with a corpse in a cul-de-sac.
That's the title of your next book.
Good evening, sir.
Me? Callan? Stafford?
Sir?
Mr. Bishop's unwell. He's asked me to keep an eye on the shop. Food poisoning. Stafford, may I wait a minute? Right. Callan? Yes?
Come in.
Well, there must be a common denominator somewhere. Callan, get after Lucas. Lean on him. I want to know more about this fellow Black. Mears, go back to Stella Chapman. Tell her about West. I should got to find out sometime. West may not have had many friends, but he certainly had some strange connections. All right, man.
Oh, you came. That was sensible.
Didn't have much choice, did I?
No, not much, did you?
Look, couldn't this wait till the morning? I'm supposed to be going to the valley. My old lady will scout me.
Listen, son, the trouble you get into with your old lady is nothing to the trouble I could drop you into if I wanted. So, why don't we just go inside and sit down and listen? No. There. Black. He's dead.
What?
Yeah. He was found shot.
Are you the law?
I'm asking the questions, and you give me some straight answers, and I might just forget your greedy face.
Sure.
Right. You were the front man for Black.
Right.
Where'd you meet him?
At the track. I run a couple of dogs. Black won a lot of money one night on one of my dogs. Came round to see the owner. All started there. I don't know nothing about him. It was purely a business relationship. He forged them, I flogged them.
Yeah.
Well, we never met socially. Oil and water, really.
Right, tell me about his friends.
Well, there's Stella, works at the gallery. And her fella, I met him once just to say hello, that's about it.
Have you ever been in trouble with some of the other big firms?
We were only earning a few hundred on the side. Nothing worth getting done for.
Why do you think Black copped it?
I don't know. And that's the truth, straight.
Yeah, all right. What was he like?
Well, a bit flash, you know, all the gear. Clever. University. Knew what he wanted.
What was that?
Well, to be comfortable, you know. Few bob, investments.
He owned that gallery, did he?
No, rented the premises on a sale or return basis. Took a commission. Shoestring business.
All right, tell me about his women.
No idea. You can never tell with that sort. I used to think sometimes it was a bit AC/DC, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. Did he have any other idiosyncrasies?
Idio what?
Any funny ways, any fads?
Yeah, one. Cards. Oh, not gambling like. Intellectual stuff. Bridge. Used to read books on it. Always had one in the office. Had that sort of mind.
Anything you can tell me might help. Did you meet many of his friends, his colleagues, his acquaintances?
A few of the college people. My boss, Daniel Black. I work in a gallery, that's where I first met Paul. He and Daniel were at university together. He's a person you should talk to. He knows more about Paul than I do.
Yes, all right, we'll check with him. Anyone else?
Not really. Look, I'm sorry. We enjoyed each other's company. Neither of us were very outgoing people. That was about it.
Well, is there any particular place he went to?
Obviously the college.
Yes, obviously the college. Anyone else?
He played bridge.
2 clubs.
2 no trouble.
No bid.
Three no trouble. Splendid.
4 speeds.
4 speeds. 4 speed. Pass.
I'll double that.
So this is the idle rich, is it?
Do you play bridge?
No, just snap and happy families.
Well, there's nothing very idle about contract bridge.
Go and cover the front.
What is it?
I just seen a face I know.
Oh! Stupid. Excuse me.
Double fast.
Maroon jacket. There, come on. Excuse me. Sorry, that's all right. Thank you very much, thank you. Done there? Must be an athletic bastard.
Let's go back down the stairs.
An eventful evening, David.
Oh, this is rat-bag scotch.
Bishop brought it in. He drinks sherry.
How is he?
A few days in bed.
New Hunter arrived yet?
Oh, yes, he's here in the section.
Do I get to meet him?
By all means.
Well, why not now, huh? Oh, it's about time he got it together, isn't he? Stop poncing about. Want this mess cleared up? I mean, is he shy or playing God or something? I'll say something.
I'm Hunter.
Again?
Yeah, again.
Oh.
By the way, I believe you were wanting this.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Incidentally, you can't use it. It's out of date.